You're listening to the Rich Girls Podcast, where we celebrate women who are glowing, inspiring, rising, leading, and succeeding. Join your hosts, Jasmine and Cesaley, for weekly gems on business, relationships, motherhood, finances, and more. Let's get started.
Hey, you guys.
What's up?
What's up? And welcome back to the Rich Girls Podcast. This is episode 10. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife? This segment is brought to you by Louisville PTO. It is important that parents know you are the biggest advocate for your children. Join Louisville PTO at louisvillepto.com. Our goal is to make JCPS accountable for what our children deserve and need. So I guess to get started, we want to remind you guys about the Rich Girl giveaway that is coming. Yes. That is going on right now, actually.
Yes.
So this is our first giveaway. And the comment is, well, we dropped a link in the comments below for you to register, for you to enter into this giveaway. We are giving away a self-care kit with a value of over $50. So make sure that you guys enter into this, our first giveaway. We're super excited and we want to give back to you all and thank you all for being so awesome.
Very excited. So make sure you all click on that link, and it's super easy. Like, it's free, free money, I guess you could say. I mean, It will include a massage. I know for me, like, I'm literally, I'm big on lashes, nails, hair, all of that. But massages are so therapeutic and they will do so much for your mental, your body, that you won't believe it. So that will be included in that self-care kit because it's major. So make sure you just click the link. It's a fun survey you can take. Get into it.
Yes. So also, let's see. So today, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? And I don't know why when I shared it. That's what I was looking at just now. Wow. But anyways, so with all the hype going on with Lori Harvey recently,
they mad.
Yeah, they mad. And we just felt like this would be a great time to talk about hoe life. Like, everybody wants to talk about hoes. So let's talk about it. And again, The question of the day is, can you turn a hoe into a housewife? And we are going to be looking for your input. Like, drop what you think in the comments below as we are having this conversation.
Please do, because what I'm gathering from asking different people, everybody has their own opinion of what a hoe is. So what is your opinion? What makes a woman? What makes a man a hoe? Because I think a lot of the times when we hear hoe, we think of a woman. But men are hoes too, right? Like, they're the biggest hoes. But The thing about it is, they're not shamed upon. They don't get a scarlet letter on their head saying hoe, don't fuck with him. Because a lot of times women want the hoe. Because it's like, damn, what everybody want him for? He must have this, that, and other. But yeah. What makes a man or a woman a hoe?
Yeah. We want to know what you guys think. I mean, we've actually been asking friends, family, Facebook groups, what people like, how would you define a hoe? And literally everybody has a different definition. So my conclusion is there is no definitive answer. I mean, for the right one, you're a hoe. So I mean, it just really depends. And Lori Harvey is not okay. So let's get into Lori Harvey.
Stick on the Lori
let's talk about her real quick, because people, I feel like it was especially men, have so much to say about her because, she has a very high profile dating history. I mean, she dates lots of different celebrities. Future, she dated P. Diddy, she dated P. Diddy's son. People really be tripping out about that because it's just like, how can you date somebody's daddy and his son? Like, I mean, she did it and it is what it is. She is currently dating Michael B. Jordan. And he's like showing her, they're like public with it, going to aquariums and all kinds of like cute shit. So I'm not even mad at her. Like, she's 24 years old. She's dating. Like, ain't that what you're supposed to do when you date? Like,
I'm not mad at it either. The only thing that really is a bad taste for me too is just dating the son and the daddy. Like, come on now. I don't know what that was, but that's a bit much. But Lori Harvey is just like a woman, in Louisville or Atlanta, wherever you live at. It's like, if I'm famous or if I'm in this limelight, then I probably will date people who have these high profile names or whatever you want to call it.
I mean,
because that's just my circle. So it is what it is. But girl, congrats on the motherfucking Michael, whatever.
Right. I mean, like,
stick with him for a little minute.
Stick with him for a little minute. Like, I think that people really misplace the term. Like, y'all just want to call women hoes for anything that they do that doesn't meet like societal standards. Like I said, the term is completely relative, and I feel like honestly, it's kind of out of hand. I feel like there is a such thing as a hoe. Like, there are hoes.
For sure. We all have our own definitions of what a hoe is. So,
but did y'all know that, like, people grew up believing that if you wore red lipstick or red nails, like, that's whore behavior. So, I mean, come on now.
I love red lipstick.
I love red lipstick, and red nails are sexy too. So, like, some of the stigmas are just ridiculous. Is just what.
They are. Drop your definition of what a hoe is in your book. Like, what is a hoe?
Does it have to do with body count? Like,
body count's big. I think if you have to try to organize your hoe definition, start with. I mean, maybe body count would definitely be a major one to consider.
Right. So we're gonna be checking for you guys' comments. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break though, so sit tight. We're just gonna play a couple commercials and we'll be right back to get more into the convo.
Hey, this is JD with Wave FM. We are the new wave.
She'll be okay.
So
you could give her
welcome back to the Rich Girls Podcast. This is episode 10. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife? I love the real young prodigies. They are dropping a new video, Crown. So I'm super excited to see what they've been working on. I love them. A young rap group here in Louisville, Kentucky, and they rap about things that matter.
Super cute, for sure.
All right, so let's get back to the conversation. I actually wrote a blog post recently surrounding this whole idea about whole life and all this stuff. It's called It's Hoe and Fake News. So make sure you go to thepresleypost.com, subscribe while you're over there, and check out my most recent blog. I never talk about sex on the blog, so this is kind of new for me. So let me know what you guys think. But so speaking of this, how important is the whole facts? Like, when y'all are dating someone, do you care? Like, does their past matter for you?
For example, you meet a dude, you meet a female. Females, I'll speak for us, because when we meet a dude, we send in the picture through a couple of our friends, like what you know about him, who is he, this, that, and the other. Louisville smile, so it's easy to get the whole facts on somebody like really quick. So how important is it for you all when you meet somebody to go ahead and get the rundown on them, whether you go through your friends or whether you stalk his social media, her social media, figure out what she's been doing for over the years, whatever the case may be. But personally for me, I'm gonna say 50-50. It's important. Will it make a break? Yeah, probably so. Because I didn't had it to where a lot of people, we send a dude's picture through the group message and he didn't already fuck with somebody in the group. So
I think that has less, like, if it wasn't within the group, like if we didn't have a certain friend code, then you know what I'm saying, then it would be it just depends. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the guy, it depends on the circumstances, it really depends.
Depends on my intentions with them. I mean,
exactly.
So it all definitely does depend. But I think when you want to get serious with somebody, it's important. And that was one major thing that I got from a lot of guys. I asked about the whole facts and being a hoe. Being a hoe for a lot of guys is if you meet a woman and you go to the club and it's 5-6 different niggas, that she didn't already had sex with somebody you probably know, acquainted with, and they got something to say about your woman, that's a problem. So that was a lot of guys' definition. Just a woman who at least one, even just one person you might know who might have fucked with her, she's a hoe. I can't take her serious, can't wipe her up. So
I think that some of this some of it can be a bit extreme. Like, I feel it, but like the only for me, I'm not going to judge a person by their past. Like, there are certain things that I am willing to accept and some things that I'm not willing to accept. But I feel like if you are digging up a person's past, it should be because you are trying to figure out how to love them better and treat them better and to like break cycles. You know what I mean? Not to judge them, basically, is what I'm saying. So the whole facts matter.
I don't know, because you're going to judge them. You're going to judge them.
But
that's like
but
if you
meet
like, a dude and you figure out that he got this baby mom and this kid that he ain't dealt with, you know what I'm saying? In a way,
then that's a current. Yeah. Okay, so that's a current issue. Then that's not like a past thing,
or maybe somebody who's been abusive in the past. That's something to judge somebody over, and a red flag for you.
Red flag.
I like getting the whole facts. I like
because if anything, you can keep track of like the red flags. At minimum, so you can just. No, what's up? So do you think that it's important to get the whole phase out of the way, like before settling down? What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
I
prefer one thing that turned me on to even who I'm with now is the fact that he had been there, done that. I'd rather have somebody who been there, done that, and like, okay, I know what I want now. Whether been there, done that was fucking a whole lot of women, or been there, done that was he was in the streets before, whatever it is, like get it out your system. Because I feel like if you don't, I don't want to be with somebody who wants to. You still curious about this and that. You still trying to moved by big asses and titties or whatever. Like, no, go ahead and do all of that before me.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. Like, I would rather someone who's already done been around the block, seasoned, already got the whole phase out of your system. That way, like it's not always about chasing new pussy. Like that is just played out. Like we building legacies. Like once you know what I'm saying. Like it's about a bigger picture. Like you can't be so caught up with like the chase.
Yeah, that chase. Exactly what you said. The chase.
And I wonder what men think though. Like men probably don't ever want their woman to have had a whole phase before. But it's just like, you know, would you rather your woman to be I want to say more experienced. Like I said, I feel like the word hoe was used a lot of times out of context. I feel like experience is important though. You know,
it's very important. Experience will make you appreciate things on a whole nother level too. When you've already been there as far as bad relationships go, then you get somebody who's, you know what I'm saying, you're able to compare and contrast and realize when you got something good versus somebody who ain't really did nothing. So they really don't know. So yeah.
Yep. And then like also another thing that I want to point out is sometimes hoe behavior manifests from way deeper issues. Like, is she a hoe or is she hurt from her daddy, from previous relationships? I feel like
you can be a hurt hoe though.
You can be a hurt hoe, but I feel like everyone has a story, and there's some things like, you know, sometimes men influence hoe behavior, and I feel like we leave that part out of the discussion. Like men will say that they don't like a hoe, but then turn around and cheat with the hoe. So it makes women think like, okay, you're obviously
because here's the thing. Just because he sticks his dick in a hoe doesn't mean he's gonna be with her.
I mean, obviously,
make her his wife or do anything.
But
like,
don't contradict
we know
yourself.
How dudes are. Like, sex is nothing. Sex, they don't even have to like
sex
you.
Is something. Sex.
I mean,
is
it's
deep,
nothing for them.
And it should be. So that's what I'm just trying.
It's nothing for men. Like they just stick it in
men.
whatever. They don't even have to like the girl, know the girl's name. I mean, whatever the case may be. So if you feel like, and that's all about within yourself. I never get mad. I would never feel less than if my man cheats on me with a hoe. I'm not gonna be a hoe. I'm not gonna turn into a hoe. You know, the way I'm gonna look at it is, I mean, the nigga's fuck. I mean, he's a hoe. Like, I'm not gonna go out here and be a hoe and do the same thing he's doing, because I know for men it's nothing to have sex with a woman and not feel any type of attachment, no anything. And
well, see, I'm a little bit of a feminist, so the double standards just ain't gonna fly for me. Like, we're not gonna sit up and say like, oh, men get a pass for sleeping around with and their body count doesn't matter, but for a woman it does. Like, yes, I understand, like women are we're like the most precious gift to earth, you know, like our womb, just our abilities is superior, you know.
Right. So if that's the case, then it's not a pass. I'm not saying my nigga could cheat and then it's nothing because, oh, niggas cheat. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, I'm going to think more before I let something in me.
Yeah.
Now, he may not think before he puts his dick in something, but for me, it's deeper than just like letting the nigga fuck me. So I'm just going to have like higher standards, I guess, for myself than he may have for himself, because for dudes, it is a lot. It's different.
Please, men need to raise their standards too. Period. That's just what I think.
Yeah.
Like, y'all sit up and attack women all day long about shit. And you don't take a minute to look at yourself in the mirror and see what you need to work on. Like, and then moreover, like, I feel like this, like y'all will attack y'all just love to attack black women. Like, y'all even was coming for Russell and Sierra, and they are the epitome of black love. Like, so even if it's,
that's stupid.
You still finding something to say about Sierra. You know what I mean? Like,
that's stupid.
Y'all always, like, people, I don't know who y'all is, whoever, if the shoe fits, wear it. But like, there are just some people, especially, I hate to see it coming from our own people, like, just always attacking the black woman. Like, uplift her. If you don't have nothing nice to say, then just shut up. Because like I said, like, y'all, a lot of the ones who talk down about it, like, chase the same type of women,
right?
Whether that's going to the strip club, whether that's watching porn. Like, if you participate in these type of activities, then you are part of it too. Like, you giving hoes a lane to be in. Like, so just make it make sense, please.
I mean, when you think about it too, though, like we always say, women hold the power. So
exactly,
if it was less hoes, it would be less niggas out here fucking hoes when you think about it, because we really do hold the key to the pussy. So, I look at it that way, because I mean, hoe gonna be a hoe. She gonna do what she want to do.
Right.
And if you out here and you freely giving up the pussy, then that's what it is.
Freely giving up the pussy. But I will forever respect a paid hoe. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna bash a woman who does sex work. That is different. And I empower women who can translate their sexual appeal into dollars. Like,
well, there's way more free hoes than paid hoes, so that's the problem.
Yeah,
a lot of people, a lot of women. The sad thing about it is, letting somebody into your body, they really looking for more than just the sex. They think the sex is gonna pave the way for a man to like them, just to have a nigga come home in your bed every night. It's not that serious, but that's free hoes.
Yeah. So let's see. It looks like we got a couple comments, you guys. Thanks for chiming in. It looks like Brianna says, but that is also a maturity thing. Women just think more logically about certain situations. Totally agree with you, girl. I also feel like sex morals were instilled more in females than males. Absolutely. Like, women have been very suppressed sexually, honestly, is what I want to say. Like, almost like an oppression. Like, we don't, society says we don't get to have the same sexual liberation as men. And that can just be in how we dress. Like, there are men out there that will literally say, oh, well, she deserved to get attacked or raped because she was asking for it, because she was dressing that way. Women have to, like, dim down their sexual appeal. We have to dress a certain way. Just to keep everybody, that's how much power we have. Like, the whole world goes into a ruckus, like, if we're showing a little bit of cleavage. That shit's just ridiculous. Yeah. But nobody is teaching men that you need to, you know what I'm saying?
You need to respect a woman, period. Respect her body,
no matter what she's wearing, no matter how she's coming off, that doesn't give you a right to, force yourself on her or whatever else. Like, that's fucking bogus. Omni says men don't have to dig. Men just let other men know who they've been involved with if they see one of their gents with girly. Okay, so they basically, like, pass the name around like we do.
Know, like, I fucked up.
That's exactly what it is. Definitely what we do too.
Oh, that's funny.
That's real funny.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. Like, so what do y'all think makes a hoe again? Like, we want to know y'all's answers. What is a hoe? Does it have to do with body count? Does it have to deal with experience? I feel like it has more so to do with whether or not this is her profession. Like, if you do sex work, if you're like a professional hoe, then that's like a more legitimate definition to me, because Like, for one, everybody has a past or some moment that they're not necessarily proud of that could easily put you in that whole category. Like, if we're all just being real with ourselves. So, but what about mindset? And I'll let you talk a little bit about that too, Cecily, because you're the one who brought it up. And when she said that, I'm just like, damn, hoeing is a mindset. That's kind of crazy.
Hoeing is definitely a mindset. And it's more so like if you go into these situations and you just know, like, okay, I'm about to give my body away and this is just what it is. And you know, you're not really thinking anything about it, or you don't have any remorse, after you didn't have sex with 10 niggas within 2 days, like, you're not thinking about, like, damn, that was a lot. That was too much. I need to stop. That's deep. Like, that's some real hoe shit. There's a lot of different hoe shits, but for me, I think I came up with my own little thing. Like, when I refer to somebody as a hoe, a pet peeve of mine is just like women who knowingly sleep with married men. Like, I don't like that shit. Or like a lot of our women, a black community is so fucked up to where we, like, instead of a woman coming to a woman and being like, your man trying to fuck with me, he was in my inbox on Facebook or whatever, you brag about it like, you bitches think y'all got a good man, but he was in my inbox. Well, I'm pretty sure his wife don't know he was in your inbox. So to her, he's a good man. Right. But it's like, instead of us glorifying a woman being with somebody who's not treating her right, why not, let her know, like, why glorify? And we glorify that a lot, just being hoes out here, like side hoes. And like, we're the number one race who is talking about side bitches like it's normal. It's like, not okay. Right. But I think if we all would...
Let me tell you something. It's not that white men don't cheat, but they are not glorifying this whole... Yeah. They're going to still keep their family together, and they're going to sneak off and pay a whore to cheat with and come back home with their family intact. Exactly. Like, they're just not as messy with it and bashing each other publicly like how everybody did with the whole Lori Harvey situation. Like, you just don't hear these type of conversations in the white community. So I just think that when we're constantly calling each other names, hoes, sluts, thoughts, whatever, like, I just feel like that comes from a deeper issue of, almost like a form of self-hate, honestly.
I mean, it is self-hate, which is why, we continuously kill each other. Why, even our HIV rates for Black women are the highest. Like, out of all the women, we the lowest race of women, but we got the highest HIV rates. Like, that's the problem. That is a major problem. And for me, that's where, being a hoe is a red flag. Like, even if you, sexual liberation, do what you want to do, all this bullshit, at the end of the day, bitches is dying from being hoes.
Right. I mean, and so be sexually free, but also be safe, and also have self-respect, and also define your worth. Like, it's not just be free and irresponsible. No, we're all grown and mature at the end of the day, or no, we're not all mature, but we're all grown at the end of the day. And when I feel like when you mature, that's when you definitely start moving different and making better decisions. Let's see. It looks like we got some more comments. Body counts, people that are always targeting someone's man, woman, club hookups after meeting someone for the first time is a hoe to me. Yeah. So on my blog post, all of those is like hoe behavior. On my new blog post is hoeing fake news. Like, I have this little hoe quiz, and a lot of those is on there. Like, hooking up with someone's man, having sex on the first date, meeting somebody at the club, taking them home, if you smash the homie, daddy, or son, chances are somebody thinks you a hoe. Yeah. Like, period.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just stop calling women hoes out of context. Like, I think that y'all are just real ridiculous and just attacking people too freely, and that just kind of annoys the fuck out of me, to be honest.
It's mainly women, because men are hoes too, but it's okay.
But men be like, oh, that's such a pet peeve of mine. Like, men, like Tiara said, my Facebook friend Teapot, she made a post, and it was just like, men are here to show women how to be treated. They are not here to show women how to be women. And I cannot agree with that more. Here, y'all just worry about yourself and let us, like, we have autonomy. We know how to govern ourselves. Like, we don't need y'all input on every little thing. That's just how I feel.
Right, definitely.
You know? But with that being said, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Stick around. Stick around because we'll be right back, you guys.
I dream of Gucci and Louis Vuitton, eating tons of food and golfing for fun, expensive shades to block out the sun, glittery nails, long ponytails, can't worry about sales, I got it. I'm poor, I'ma change his life, I'ma change his life, I'ma change his life, I'ma change his life, might become his wife, might become his wife, yeah. I'm a whole wife, I'm a whole wife, yeah, yeah.
Hey, this is JD with Wave FM. We are the new wave.
Welcome back to the Rich Girls Podcast, episode 10. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife? I don't think we ever really answered that question.
Right? He's trying to hoe into a housewife.
Like,
yes.
Definitely yes. Like, without a doubt, yes. There is a such thing as like reformed hoes, you know, like I said, like there's some people with the past who just, you know, either awaken or they just have like a moment in life where they're either mature or evolve or
just done hoeing.
You just done hoeing. Like the shit just gets played out, hopefully, at some point. Like, can't just carry on like that forever.
Exactly.
Like, that's unhealthy as hell.
So I would say you can turn.
I think you definitely can turn a hoe
into a housewife.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, and again, I think that, you know, I think women deserve genuine love regardless. Like, and that may be easier said than done, but again, ladies, it's up to you just to define your worth at the end of the day. And then from that point, you'll attract people at your level.
Exactly.
So 5 gems from today's episode. Define your worth is obviously one of them. Like, don't, like men, I don't care how much they want to talk about women and what we do. Like once again, we hold the power. Mm-hmm. We establish our own worth. And a lot of that has to do with the boundaries we set for ourselves. And again, that's another gem from this episode is to make sure that you are setting boundaries. That is so important.
Exactly.
Whether that's sexual boundaries, whether that's, you know, physical boundaries, just, I mean, within your relationships, there's so many different boundaries.
Yeah, boundaries. For example, if you don't want to, this is a big thing for me. This has kept me away from a lot of potential hoe behavior, I guess. If you don't want to have sex with a dude, or if you want a man to take you serious, don't allow him to come to your house, come to your safe space, a place where you comfortable and you know it's easy for y'all to have sex.
Right. Make it hard for him.
Yeah, like make him take you out, make him do the things that you want him to do. But if you set it up to where you meet dude and you let him come over at 10 o'clock at night, and what are you thinking he's gonna want? Unfortunately, because you know he's thinking a woman's not even gonna let me come over her if it ain't what she wants. So those are certain boundaries you have to set. You know, I'm gonna make you do it X, Y, and Z before you can even come to my house and chill, Netflix and chill, any of that.
Right.
And then number 2 was be safe. That's major. Very major, considering, like we said, HIV rate for Black women is the highest. And it's because men are carriers of STDs, including HIV. So you allowing him to deposit all his bullshit into you, his STDs, his badass energy,
his emotional,
all
his
that
spiritual
stuff,
baggage, his emotional confusion. Like, if a person's spirit is not right, like women, we literally absorb that. And unless you like are highly in tune and know, and you're like an alchemist and can separate yourself, which is very hard to do, then look, you gon' like a man can definitely lower your vibe. So be safe, protect your pussy, protect your energy, your space, just protect yourself, period. And don't be afraid to embrace your sexuality. Again, I know that people are just always looking for something to say about what you do, what you wear, how you carry yourself. But again, you know your worth. Be you, love yourself, and don't be afraid to embrace your sexuality. Like, we're all sexual beings. Some of us have more sexual energy than others, and it's not like a curse. It's not anything to be ashamed of. Like, we all have these sexual urges, and I think it's just like really about mastering that energy, to be honest, which takes time. It's like a process. It just don't happen overnight, because I feel like we lack adequate sex education, and everybody's just out here figuring shit out on their own, and so that's like a bigger problem. But the fifth gem is yoni care. Make sure that you're just taking care of your vagina, like preventative care. Go see your OBGYN, especially every time you get a new partner. You know, get checkups, get your HIV test. Like, there's free things in the community going on like that all the time. So just make sure that
and
you're
taking care
point.
of your vagina, as well as not letting this raw skin that you barely even know inside of your vagina. I mean, seriously, you know, like that's major when you think about it, because I mean, it's major. So take care of it in that way. Don't let anybody in it, because it's something special. And if you think that, if you remember that it is, you won't just allow anybody in it. You really won't.
Be way more selective. Guys, do not forget about the Rich Girls giveaway. I am about to pull up so don't forget about the Rich Girls giveaway. This is our first giveaway. The link is in the comments below. Subscribe to our email list, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and take the Rich Girls questionnaire. It's super fun. It'll come to your email once you subscribe, and we've got some questions, some fun questions for y'all, just to kind of figure out what you guys are like, or what you like or don't like, and just to get to know you guys better. Next week on the podcast, we are going to have a special guest, Simone Simmons. She is a credit repair specialist, so I'm super excited to have her on and just drop gems about what you can do to start boosting your credit score. Like, this is the year, like, we are elevating our finances, our mentality. Like, this is the rich girl year, period. So
yes.
Do you have anything else?
No, just Black women. We the shit, okay? We're taking over in so many different ways. And we just definitely set the tone for everything. We set the tone for how they act, how they treat us, what they do, all of that. So once you realize your power, everything will come a lot easier for you. And realizing your power, your worth, and it'll eliminate all the whole shit.
Yep, basically.
It really will.
Basically. But whether you, like, we show love regardless. It doesn't, like, for us as women, like, we're not the type of women who are going, like, who turn our nose up, who look down. Like, we love all of y'all, period. No matter what you're doing, what you got going on. Like, the goal is just self-healing, empowerment, and just elevating. So that's all we got today. Again, this segment of the show is brought to you by the Louisville PTO. It is important that parents know you are the biggest advocate for your children. Join Louisville PTO at louisvillepto.com. Our goal is to make JCPS accountable for what our children deserve and need. Thanks again for tuning in to this episode of the Rich Girls Podcast. We'll see you guys next week. Love y'all. Peace out.
Bye.
You're listening to the Rich Girls Podcast, where we celebrate women who are glowing, inspiring, rising, leading, and succeeding. Join your hosts, Jasmine and Cesaley, for weekly gems on business, relationships, motherhood, finances, and more. Let's get started.